something for you. Go now, my pet. Quiet falls. A gift. Mesmerizing. Haunting imagery. Feel her embrace. My love beckons. She calls to you. Forget her not. A moving beauty. Phantom strike. The ink tide rises. Grim tidings. My shade darkens. Ink bloom. Into the shadows with you. A clever coating. Slide between worlds. Slip into the ink tide. The ink ripples in my wake. Come closer now. A coat of armor. A masterpiece. Perfection. Come to me. Let the lines take you. The mural overflows. I lift my brush. Ink smear. Run all you like. A stroke of fate. By my hand alone. Your lifeline ends. Fates intertwined. The corruption grows. A pair of fools. Together you fall. Bound for slaughter. Now it's time to strike. Careful now. I never knew you were so close. Where one falls, another follows. Soul chain. I bind you. Let's see what happens next. The first two dominoes ready to fall. Trussed up and ready to serve. You're welcome. The font of my power was not so obvious, Abaddon. I hope the balance of your blends is just right today, Razzle. Just between us, Calder, what's your stake in all this? The normal ones grow out of their childhood dreams, Anti-Mage. If I prod the other one, do you feel it? Is Zet your name, or just a useful pronoun? Nothing pretty about you, Oaklody, but there is artistry in your moves. Have you noticed the cascade of blood that whirls from your blade? It's quite captivating. Tell me, Bane, have you ever been to Ashkavor? Your family must have been very wealthy, Batrider, to afford such a beast. Do you clean up after that thing yourself, Batrider? Your pets don't interest me, Beastmaster. I've some of my own. I cannot wait to see what we can accomplish together, Bloodbag. Are you bound to the flayed twins by honor, Bloodseeker, or arcane oath? Ready to double your money, Gondar? There's something soothing about the sound of your voice, Gondar. I'm no prude, Brewmaster. The time for revelry will come. I work better with a clear mind, Brewmaster, but thank you all the same. Are you actively trying to disgust me, Bristleback? Because it's working. I'm guessing you lacked for role models as a child, Bristleback. The lines of your webs accentuate the battlefield nicely, Arachnia. We'll bring meaning to this battle, Centaur. Do the phantasms live inside you, Chaos Knight? Or do you summon them from the ether? I understand your quest, Chaos Knight, but ask yourself this. What is the darkness without the light? You act the honorable part, Chen, but you betray your true self in the service of charlatans. Do you care for the animals in your charge, Chen, or are they just pawns to be placed in battle? Your tortured existence is a compelling argument against doing the right thing, Clinks. Such craftsmanship, Clockwork. Your talents at the forge outstrip even the finest smiths. Will you still don your armor once this battle is won, Clockwork? The fools here don't appreciate your talents, maiden. You could be so much more. They laugh at you, Riley, yet you continue to smile. Make them fear you. Your strategy matters little to me, Darkseer, but I'm sure we'll find a way. Have you ever been mistaken for someone else, Dazzle? The remnants of my people also seek death, Prophet. Don't give them any new ideas. You're not allowed to die until the battle is over, Prophet. There must be a hidden repository of your people somewhere, Disruptor. What secrets might we find there? You're far too intelligent to fight for nothing at all, Doom. What's your true purpose? Stay away from me, Kowlin. I find your presence offensive, Zin. I meant to tell you, Moreska, I recently crossed paths with a Fey stalker who was asking after your whereabouts. My people might have preferred mere arson to the sins of my past. Your magics are impressive, Invoker, but what's it all for? Let me lead the way, Lion. You'll know when to strike. You understand, Lion. Nothing gained with nothing given. Your early works are impressive, Wubong, but I'm not a fan of the newer stuff. Poor Naga, your sense of honor leads only to greater injustice. Him I like. Oh, lucky me. Do you ever fall prey to a sudden reversal of inspiration, Oracle? Was my rise foreseen, Oracle? What would have become of her, of us, had I taken another path? Do you take anything seriously, Dante? Enchanted, I'm sure. You won't be seeing me in the narrow maze, Razor. Any good secrets floating on the air, Ricky? Is it true about Aghanim's demise? I've heard conflicting reports. Who's guarding the wastes if you're here, Sand King? I have a feeling we're going to get along famously, Shadow Demon. I caught all of my souls at once, Nevermore. One at a time sounds tedious. We'll bring the two birds. Someone else can bring the stone. You may move to quiet others, Silencer, but make no such trouble with me. My power was also granted that it might serve others, Skywrath, but I chose a different path. Thoughts of lost loves only entrap us in the past, Skywrath. Dwell not on what might have been. I lure them into your traps, Lardar. By blade and brush, this battle will be ours. With an eye as keen as yours, you might have made a fine artist, Cardell. Together, Spectre, we'll fight them on all fronts. Tell me more about this master of yours, Bara. I've found nothing but rumors. What made you choose this realm, Spirit Breaker? Some dark purpose? So you let this spirit wear you like a hat, Thunderkeg? Don't make me lose what little respect I had for you, Raijin. Twin hammers await our enemies, my taciturn friend. The line between brilliance and buffoonery is shockingly thin. We don't pair well together, techies, but I expect you're used to that. I've discovered a few secrets of my own, Anaya. Want to compare notes? Foulfell sounds like a scenic getaway. Don't take my disinterest personally, Tidehunter. We've nothing in common. Play your role well, and I'll have nothing but praise for you, Tidehunter. Face it, Timbersaw, the trees are your muse, and look at what you've created. The elegance of your designs intrigue me, Tinker. A sentient rock? Okay, that's a new one. I too was a protector, Triant, or so my people thought. Something about you really appeals to me, Troll, but I can't put my finger on it. There's more to life than punching things as hard as you can. So, what's Asiog like, Underlord? Paint me a picture. I can see you think you're part of something greater, Undying, but I am something greater. Honestly, I wasn't aware you were capable of speech, Ursa. When we're finished here, Princess, I could help you take what's rightfully yours. Is the scholar still in there, Venomancer? The wonders of the natural world find a potent mix in you, Viper. Are my people on your list, Visage? I'm not done with them. Fatal Bonds, Warlock. I like that. Your penmanship is surprisingly bad, Warlock. So, you're just an interdimensional seamstress. Trust me, Lyrale, you're better off not knowing your people. There is grace in the form of a ranger. Your presence here honors me, Oroth. If your strange rituals work, who am I to question? For a doctor, you certainly inflict a lot of harm. I must admit, Astarion, you knew all along what I discovered only by accident. Astarion, your kingdom was a wonder to behold. Were your transgressions worth so steep a price, Zeus? Love leads only to suffering, Zeus. Arcane power. Arcane power. The ink flows with ease. Where have you been all my life? No humble art. Striking. Deathstroke. Deathstroke. I fear not. See what you're made of. Stroke order. A petty pursuit. Look away. My eye turns. Come closer. Death imitates art. Your end draws near. Quickly. A steady hand. No humble art. Striking. Deathstroke. I fear not. See what you're made of. Stroke order. A petty pursuit. Look away. My eye turns. Come closer. Death imitates art. Your end draws near. Quickly. A steady hand. My time comes. Theirs comes to an end. This world will never be the same. The portrait of this battle will be painted in blood. Blink dagger. My brush will fly across the battlefield. Into the bottle you go. We'll get to the bottom of this. One for the road. It's like a display case. Even in a bottle, it can't stay fresh forever. This buys me some time. Where to use this? Bounty. Bounty. For my coffers. But I'm worth so much more. The ink spreads. Face your fate. The script of suffering. What hope have you? The ink spreads. Face your fate. The script of suffering. What hope have you? Crummy wizard. My ink pulls. The ink tide beckons. The revenants of my people will wash over this land. Will my labors live on? My lines fade, painted into a corner. I was meant for more. My people died for nothing. The forms of my life fade from memory. I trust my end comes at a price. I hope it was worth it. My brush falters. Does my line truly end here? Whose design is this? This cannot be. It should have been you. Impossible. By whose hand? Denied. 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 Get used to it. I need more. I take what I please. Nothing for you? Try harder. Is that your best? Was that one of mine? For my glory. Want some pointers? Were you watching? Nothing stands in my way. You get what you deserve. The strong take what they desire. Really? No, no, no. Denied. Get used to it. I need more. I take what I please. Nothing for you. Try harder. Is that your best? Was that one of mine? For my glory. Want some pointers? Were you watching? Nothing stands in my way. You get what you deserve. The strong take what they desire. Really? No, no, no. Double damage. Suffering twofold. Increased potency. Hardly worth my time. Where did this come from? Is this tribute? Not necessary, but I'll take it. Just another bauble. It takes more than that to kill me. When my life is threatened, others suffer. First blood. First and foremost, my artistry. Toast the first droplets and the torrents to come. First blood. I create nothing from something. First blood. Haste, speed, and precision. Speed the brush. Illusion. Self-portraits. Not as impressive as the original. Convincing forgeries. Immortality. There's more than one way to live forever. My works will be remembered for all time. This contest is in the bag. The bag didn't even exist before I arrived. It isn't the bag you should be worried about, but the box. I've painted a portrait of the bag, and in that portrait, this one is certainly in it. Invisibility. Grace unseen. It's not in my nature, but Scythe of Vice. Lincoln's Sphere. My people should have bought me one of these. Dagon. Dagon. Hello, Dagon, my old friend. They have no idea. I almost feel bad for our enemies. More Dagon. Maximum Dagon. Divine Scepter. Orchid Malevolence. Shiva's Guard. Force Staff. Satanic. Heart of Tarask. Bloodthorn. Octarine Core. Mjolnir. Assault Cuirass. Abyssal Blade. Basher. A clumsy tool, but it gets the job done. Radiance. It's wonderful at parties. Eye of Scuddy. Hurricane Pike. Divine Rapier. Divine Rapier. Refresher Orb. Butterfly. Hand of Midas. Manta Style. Veil of Discord. Daedalus. Desolator. Diffusal Blade. Echo Saber. Shadow Blade. Heaven's Halberd. Monkey King Bar. Sweet Kaya. Black King Bar. Gem of True Sight. Strip the paint to the canvas. Sanj and Yasha. Our enemies deserve an audience. I like to see what I'm working on. Divine Rapier. How fitting. A bottle and a cork. Rod of Atos. Nullifier. Aeon Disc. Spirit Vessel. Silver Edge. Meteor Hammer. Ghost Scepter. Ethereal Blade. Solar Crest. Lotus Orb. Necronomicon. Glimmer Cape. Bloodstone. Aether Lens. A portrait for the ages. Perhaps you'll be remembered after all. A tiny stroke in my masterpiece. Nothing impressive about you in the end. A signed original. Only in death is your true value realized. You would thank me if you understood. The lines of your fate come to an end. Your essence seeps into my collection. Know your place. You die, yet your failure lives on. The price of existence is too much for your kind. Your blood's too thin for my pot. Your stain spreads no more. Brushed aside, a patron of the arts, a trifling sum, as is my due. Starting a collection, you've no need for it. Strength always comes at a price. Yes, mine. Goodbye now. That's something. That will do nicely. A generous offering. A bit stingy. Is that all you have? I don't beg. A fitting end. The final stroke falls. What do you have for me? As expected. That best be gold, I hear. A patron of the arts, a trifling sum, as is my due. Starting a collection, you've no need for it. Strength always comes at a price. Yes, mine. Goodbye now. That's something. That will do nicely. A generous offering. A bit stingy. Is that all you have? I don't beg. A fitting end. The final stroke falls. What do you have for me? As expected. That best be gold, I hear. The ink lines flow. Fear what comes next. Bow before me. A new mixture for my pots. The wails of my people fill the air. Oh yes, as befits my artistry. A true expression of power. I have become the way. Craft begets artistry. Artistry begets power. The rules of this world bind me no more. How could it come to this? My line ends here. My vision in ruins. Whose design supplants my own? I fade into the ink tide. No! Top is missing. Middle is missing. Bottom is missing. Effortlessly. Before the ink sets. With dripping brush. So we begin. It was always so. The line is true. Steady grace. Nothing wasted. At last. Forward. Willingly. As expected. As I planned. This way now. Memory serves. It's something, I suppose. I set my brush. Unburdened. As if they could stop me. Moving. As I will it. I insist. Going. I see where this goes. I paint my way. Meant to be. Well now. Fine. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh yes. Effortlessly. Before the ink sets. With dripping brush. So we begin. It was always so. The line is true. Steady grace. Nothing wasted. At last. Forward willingly. As expected. As I planned. This way now. Memory serves. It's something, I suppose. I set my brush. Unburdened. The way is clear. As if they could stop me. Moving. As I will it. I insist. Going. I see where this goes. I paint my way. Meant to be. Well, now. Fine. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh. Yes. No. I have no mana. These things require mana. I need more mana. Wait for mana. More mana. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. You'll know when it's time. You'll know when it's time. You'll know when it's time. Preparations. 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 I can't do that now. I can't do that now. I can't do that now. Almost ready. Almost ready. Almost ready. Ow. What need have I for wealth? A fair trade, art supplies, a bargain to be sure, a spent commission. It was long past time when I returned to Ashkavor. Only once I'd grown strong enough, and the revenants could harm me no more. In the first days, they'd hounded me, driven me away. I had no control. But in time, mastery came to me, just as it always had. My city, the temple around the runestone, it was exactly as I'd left it. Still, lifeless, a sculpture of the end of days. Just the first dark mural brought to life by the tip of my brush. How the spirits wailed at my arrival, staring into those faces once so dear to me. Did I feel sorrow? You know as well as I. My people invited this fate upon themselves. I'm not the last of my people. Those who ascended before me still remain. The ascended ones shrink from me. They still hope our people can be saved. The power of the ascended ones was warped by my transformation. They live, barely. With the power of the ancients in hand, the last remnants of my kind will learn. There's nowhere left to hide. The hollow spaces I feel inside will at last be made whole. Regeneration. My lines grow bold. An afternoon restorative. Replenished. The grasping arms of my kin tried to hold me back. Somewhere I beheld those who once placed their trust in me. From the inky nether I return. They'll come to regret that. My design is not yet realized. The borders of my lifeline expand once again. Those beyond the veil cannot touch me yet. Come with me now. I will not falter again. I wasn't expecting a challenge. Let my work continue. My brush remains true. Nothing so trivial could ever stop me. Those who cross me learn soon enough. You failed to see the true power of the family of Ernest. The morning mist will rise from your grave. More art than science. Mine was the more potent mixture. They say you always were. Now you'll never be again. This is how your pathetic struggle ends, Anti-Mage. You died as you lived, Anti-Mage, for nothing. This was the great jailer of the ancients. This war should be easy to win. You come unbound, Warden. I merely finish what was already started. I've no time for barely literate imbeciles. From the source of such power, I expected more. I should take your corpse with me. Shame to let such potent ingredients go to waste. Your napalm is nothing compared to my ink. What can you expect from one who lays with beasts? In the end, what you sought was your own demise. You went through all this trouble to find me. The least I could do was watch you die. If only you turned your attention from your barrel to the fight at hand. A working-class hero is nothing to me. How did one as dim as you even survive childhood? The way the legs twitch, I thought she was still alive. You've outwitted yourself, Centaur. The truth of things is always found in the ink. Now you submit to my cause, Chen. I take no pleasure in destroying Meraxiform's greatest work of art. I would have preferred to let your suffering continue. Not even the metallurgic arts can stop the strokes of my brush. Your grave will be even colder, my dear. I had hoped to sway you to my cause, maiden, but your naivete left me no choice. I've no interest in the land beyond the wall. Take your secrets to the grave. I thought you'd survive longer than that. It seems our goals were in alignment, Prophet. Speed you on your way, hag. If only all Oglodi were as interesting as you, and as weak. Your fall from grace has only just begun. This is what happens to one-trick ponies. Even creatures of legend fall before my power. If you've no people of your own, Drow, you're welcome to join my flock. Look what happens to a puppet when you cut the strings. You're about as smart as I'd expect a sentient rock to be. Did I just put you out of your misery? Your flame isn't even your own, Zin. What hope did you have against me? At least you died with a smile on your face. I'd hoped to learn more from your passing, Enigma. Welcome to the real void. I've got a lovely little box to put you in. I've always wondered, do Fae decay? Where do these old fools even come from? Live life on the edge, Huskar, and eventually you'll step over the line. Your memory fails, wizard. You should have vanished before I noticed you, Io. If you're not of single mind, there's no hope to defeat me. I send you to meet your kin. I take extra pleasure in destroying an original. Sink beneath the waves of ink. It takes more than a moment of courage, Tresden. You could have joined me, Leshrac. Such a waste. Another self-styled king meets his end. The mindless are of no use to me. Best to snuff you out before you get any bright ideas. The horrors of hell have nothing on me. You're never alone in death. I'd heard you lost your edge, Luna. I should have killed you in your prime. Killing your kind is almost beneath me, cur. You were right. I do have an interest in antiquities. I didn't even know about your horn before today, Magnus. I'll take it all the same. A shame to free all your sculptures, but it can't be helped. Surrounded by blue-collar buffoons. When I'm done here, I'll send your regards to Night Silver. Now you've seen what a real martial art looks like. A forgery, best off destroyed. Death doesn't suit you. Perhaps you'll grow into it. Brush beats scythe. I take little pleasure in killing such a beautiful creature. I'd stick to the shadows too, were I as useless as you. Not even luck can save you from me. What? Didn't believe you could die? My hand alone shapes the future to come. What then does this portend? A life wasted on frivolous gallantry. Your tale will live on, Dante, as a footnote in my legacy. Your technique depends too much on luck, and too little on actual skill. As I thought, kill you and your brothers fall. I'm not going to waste my breath taunting you. Reborn into death, you cannot escape the reach of my brush. Disgusting corpulent slob. Ugh, the stench is overwhelming. Squibbling worm. I'm glad I could be of service, Akasha. Walk the maze yourself, Sparky. Your footfalls were careless, Riki. Tracer. To the trained eye, it's always easy to spot an imitation. There is nothing in the desert that frightens me. I thought perhaps I'd learn a thing or two. I guess not. I told you I'd sample your collection, fiend. You should have stuck to swindling rubes, shadow shaman. The battlefield is no place for cheap parlor tricks. When my ink flows, the silence is yours alone. A fitting end for a Philistine. You should have kept your head in the fight. This is a good look on you. Dead fish chic. Dancing isn't art, Slark. It's frivolity. You missed me, Cardell. A pathetic little man with a pathetic little toy. Had to take care of that before things got out of hand. Why is it every time I turn around, you're there, Spectre? You could have picked literally any other plane and been just fine. Pity. Time to get you out of that skin suit, Spirit. Your very existence was offensive. Brute force fails, you fool. I didn't think such hatred could grow in so short a span, but you earned it. How have you lived this long? I need no secrets from you. Back to Foulfell you fall. From the forest itself comes the handle of my brush. Your blueprints were flawed. One of my punishments as a boy was painting rocks. I like this better. Grow a pair. Enjoy a first taste of culture. Another brute falls. All that bluster. For what? The dirge sickens me. I hope your noble cause was worth dying for. Get over yourself. Your natural talents weren't quite enough. My time will never come, Guardian. You practice at the dark arts, Lanik. I perform them. Spindled by my brush. The whispers of your wind grow faint, Ranger. My only regret is you won't live to write about me. I'll take what I please from your collection and burn the rest. You can't even help yourself, Doctor. Better luck next time. I'll ensure your legend lives on, Austerian, but not your reign. A god turned mortal is more helpless than a child. The ultimate scepter. Aghanim's power is now in the right hands. Shitty wizard. Grimstroke. Grimstroke. Time for the master stroke. At last, the full majesty of my design. Long have my people suffered for my ambitions, set in ink as were it stone. My kin grow restless. Today we shackle more to join them. The strokes of my brush mark your fate. I alone hold back the ink tide. In the face of what I've become, what are you? I'll paint this world as I see fit. What dark mural comes to life today? The battlefield is merely a canvas, waiting for my brush. These wretched fools have no idea. When all hope is gone, I remain unveiled at last. Watch the master at work. Watch the master at work. The benefits of a classical education. Paint by numbers. Thank you. It seems a lifetime ago I last gave thanks. Be careful throwing your lot in with mine. This will come back to you. I'm under attack. I'm under attack. They dare to attack me. This will not stand. I don't see any wizard. There be no wizards here. You aren't ready for what I have planned. You've a mind like a child. Your struggles only illustrate your deficiencies. You should have known better. Oh, that is too good. For that, I'll kill you last. Victory! The ancient falls before me. There's nothing left to stand in my way. As one power falls, another must rise. A new domain falls under the sway of my brush. My masterpiece! Yes, 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 yes.